Hello, everyone. Hello, and welcome to the class. Y'all got sound? Y'all rocking it out? Okay, excellent, excellent. Okay, so some of you have your video off and audio off. That's cool. However you want to roll that, that's totally fine. And then I'm going to put on headphones and turn off the sound from here, but I'm really glad you're all here and doing it. Decided to wear pink. I'm feeling very, very festive on this day. Everybody there? Okay. Yeah? You can hear me? Okay. Let's play, first off, let's get tuned. Let's play a little scales. And then I want to just sort of have an AMA on some things. And then I'm going to show you one more concerto by Camille Saint-Saëns, a French composer. And this might be your first concerto that you also play. Okay, ready, everybody? Here is an A.
No, I don't want it on.
You don't have to have your microphone on. That's totally fine. As long as you can hear an A here. Okay. Oh, I'm hearing kind of a high D. Who's got the really high D? Who's playing? Let's make sure we have a nice D over here. Hi, and welcome. And here is a G. Great, and here's a C.
Is this for just cellists?
Just cellists. Although, okay, you know, anybody can come in if they want to do some stuff, but we are a bunch of cellists. Hi, all the cellists, wave your hands. Yeah, good. All right. We have had some other string players in, and we do cover things that are, you know, like string oriented, you know, like vibrato and stuff. What do you play?
I play violin.
Oh, okay, yeah. Feel free to pull it out. And let's get everybody tuned. Anybody who hasn't yet tuned and has maybe funny notes? Anybody? Let's play G. Great. All right. David Ben says, can you turn down your volume just a little bit? I think we have just turn down your microphone volume, and we are good to go. Okay, so friends, we let's attack this D minor scale and really let's see, preview. Nope, we want zoom, and here is the scale. Boom, boom, boom. Let's everybody's tune it up. There we go. All right, we're going right in over here at this D, and we're going to go all the way through these two lines into, oops, that's 2 octaves. Oh, yeah, let's do the 2 octave one, and then we'll do the 3 octave one. Here we go. Ready? Here is the 2 octave. Ready? And get ready for a stretch to extended to B natural over here. Dun, 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 dun. All right, here we go. Ready? And then. Stretch, B and C sharp. B natural over here, first finger. Now now D natural, second line. There we go. Yeah. I decided not to call out the fingerings on that one since there were fingerings on each one. And now let's speed it up just a little bit. Let's go about this fast. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stretch. Good. If you will, just as we get faster, could you turn off your microphones? Actually, I wonder if there's a way for me to turn off everyone else's microphone. Just a second. Audio. That's only for me. Let's try. Maybe there's another. Maybe there's another way to do it. I think I'm going to figure out the administrator aspect so I can just say, okay, now we're going to go do something fast and just play along with me on this one and then bring you back. But if you could mute your microphones, and we're going to go this fast. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let's try a really fast one. We'll go dun 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 dun. We'll go twice as fast. Bum 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 bum. 1, 2, ready, go. Good. Anybody wants to go faster? Raise your hand. Anybody? Nobody wants to go faster. That's no problem. Okay, let's go over to the 3 octave scale, and that will be over here on page 12. Yes. Okay, and then we're going to come over here, and right here at the top of this are the is the D minor scale. Okay, 3 octaves, which means that here, over here is our 2nd octave, and over here going into tenor clef is our 3rd octave. We're going from bass clef over this way to tenor clef, and then up to this highest D. This D right there is going to be right here. Everybody see if you can find that one. It's going to be a 3rd finger. Just find it out of the ether somewhere. It's super high. Yeah, just keep going up until you get to it, and it'll look like this. Okay, and so that my thumb is up here, just resting on the fingerboard, and third finger, second finger, first finger, they're all on there. All right, here we go, friends. Back to the class, back to the scale. Boom. I think that did it. Do you all see music? Yeah? Okay, good. All right, here we go. Ready? Here is 3-octave D minor starting from right here on the cursor. Ready? And fourth position, sixth position, and then octave. Good. All right. Now I'm gonna let's do a review from the from the second octave D, which is fourth finger on the A string. Everybody play with me on this one. So we're gonna go E. This is the last note in bass clef. Now we're in the last measure of the line. Second finger F, first finger G, second finger A, first finger B, second finger C sharp, third finger D, second finger C natural, first finger B flat, harmonic A with a thumb, I'm just touching it, then fourth finger G, second finger F, and then first finger E, and then we're back into first position. Let's do that scale again, and then we'll go into like an arpeggio thing. So we get right up, just like we did last week. We get right up really high. So here is starting at the cursor again, right over here, and E natural, fourth measure, fifth measure, second line, second measure, third measure, fourth measure, fifth measure, and last measure. All right, good job, everybody. So I'm going to bring us back into classroom. Okay, so any questions? Turn on your microphones, and any questions on the scales and things like that? What works and what doesn't work? What questions do you have? I want to hear them. Anybody have questions about the scales? Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. So everybody knows how to get up here. Everybody knows how. Some of you are pretty new at playing down low, and that might be kind of a new experience, playing those low notes. Have you noticed that your string and the hair on your bow goes slower when you're playing on a low string? Let's all try that with our low Cs. Notice how much slower it goes in order to get a really good sound. And then if you can grip that string, and then you can make the sound really, really strong even from the get-go. Okay. The next part of this is that if we play on the A string, notice how much faster that bow goes and that string goes. Do you know that violin bows? Yeah, keep going. Do you know the violin bows are like this much longer than cello bows, and bass bows are actually this much shorter than cello bows because they go slower. They don't need as much space, and I think it helps to with a bass bow to have a little bit more leverage on it. You know, it's hard to come all the way out with a bass and play a heavy note like that. And when you get back to school, when they open up the schools again, I challenge you to try out all the other instruments just to sort of see like, oh wait, this is different, but in many ways it's the same. The big shocker, how many of you have played a violin or a viola as well? Everybody's tried a little bit. Isn't it weird that they play backwards? Yeah, I think it's strange that they play backwards. That is just really weird. Okay, so I've got a new arpeggio. Arpeggio is the word that comes from harp, okay, or arpa, and what it is it's skipping notes and playing just the notes from the chord. I'm going to share a screen with you again, and this is the D minor, and I challenge you to this is the D minor arpeggio, and I challenge you to take a screenshot for your own use. Here is the screen. There we go. Boom. All right. So we're looking at the top one of the two. All right, and it's going to start on this D. And the only notes that we are playing are D, F, and A, okay? And so we're gonna skip the E, which normally would be on this line. We're gonna skip the G, we're gonna skip the A, the B, and the C as well. And in each octave, each one of these groups of three represents an octave of notes. So we have 1, 2, 3 octaves, and then we have the highest D right there. I only say that's a D because we are in tenor clef, okay? Now the next part is that here is the notation for a thumb. And that thumb is different from a zero. A zero is an open string, but a thumb is where you hold your thumb down on the note. Secondly, sometimes that thumb has its own circle on it. That's different from a zero. We'll check that out when we find it. But you could also play this with a circle on it, meaning that it is a harmonic. And so you're just holding, I'll just demonstrate so you can see. So you can actually just put your thumb on the harmonic and just touch the string. Now you can touch it with any finger you want. This is on the D string. And I'm cutting the harmonic. This is the octave harmonic, so the string is half the distance that it was before. Yeah, nice. Now I'm going to do that with my thumb. All right, and I'm going to share the screen again. And I'm going to talk us through it, and then I'm going to show, well, actually, let me demonstrate it first. In the first octave, I play down here on the D string, on the C string. Then I'm going to go into second position. I'm going to play this F as a 4. I was at 1, excuse me. The A as a 4. Then I'm going to slide up to a thumb harmonic. And then I'm going to put a second finger F. Then I'm going to go with a thumb on the A string, and then a third finger on the A string. So it's going to be 3, thumb, 2, thumb, 4, 1, open, 1, 4. see that on the screenshot. By all means, try that out. There are only 3 notes to get, but they're all over the cello. It's only D's, F's, and A's. Here is the screen share of that same thing. Here we go. All right, so you're seeing the screen share. Let's do all, and I want to hear everybody play so we can make sure we get all the right notes. We're going to start right here on the D. We're going to go note by note to make sure this thing works great. Here is first finger D on the C string. You can play that as much as you want. Then we're going to go to F on the C string. Then we're going to go to A on the G string. Good. Now we're going to go to open on the D string. Next, we're going to go to first finger on the F. Good. Fourth finger on the A, which is on the D string. So it's not an open, it's a fourth finger on the D string, second position. Good, until you hear this do. Now let's slide up. This is going to be a fun one. Ready, everybody? We're going to slide up to the D. And we're going to put our thumb on that note. Okay? Thumb is holding the string down. It might hurt a little bit, but I'm holding down 2 strings. And second finger F. Good. Thumb on the A string. And now third finger on the A string, D. This is the highest one. Good. Now we're going to come back down. 3. Thumb A. 2 F. Thumb D. 4 A. F1. Open D. A1. F4. And D. We're going to go right back to the beginning. And theoretically, this thing can be played at any tempo. For instance, something like that, or right? You all can do that. If you just sort of spend a little bit of time on this. This is our scale for the week, is D minor. And so we're doing a 2-octave scale, a 3-octave scale, and we're doing this 3-octave arpeggio. Let's do it one more time. Get everybody on it. Ready? So here's the opening D. F. A. D. F. A. D. Good. F, second finger. A, thumb. Good. Those of you who are getting that thumb A, that's great. D, third finger. Yeah. Back down. Thumb A. F2. D, thumb. A4. F1. D, open. A1. F4. And yeah, this is great. All right, so the next piece that I'm going to show you, actually I'm going to sort of keep working. I'm going to show you this Saint-Saëns concerto. Camille Saint-Saëns was also a French composer. Yesterday we had, let me just call this up. Yesterday we had this concerto by Edouard Lalo. He was French, but he really liked Spanish music. And his music has a very strong Spanish flavor. And I recommend this as like a first or second concerto for students. And as you can see, there's basically no time when the cellist actually rests. In many concertos, you'll see that there's a big, like maybe 20 measures of rest or 30 measures of rest. But as you can see, we've got just the end where the cellist doesn't play. And that's about it. But it's got a lot of cool stuff in it, and I'll show over the next couple of days some of those passages so you can sort of have a sense for it. If any of you are interested in getting this particular copy, it's available on imslp.org, and you can try out a few things on it, maybe show your own teachers, or if you're interested in getting a few extra lessons or ideas on it, you can contact me personally. Now, the Saint-Saëns concerto was also written by a French composer, and his name was Camille Saint-Saëns. And this, I think, is the ideal concerto for people, for young cellists. The trick on it is that this is the tenor clef, okay? And it's going to feel pretty fast. This is 2-2, which means that the beat goes in half notes. So think of the notation as going twice as fast as this. Each half note is a beat. So rum dum bum 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 da 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 dum dum. And I'll play a little bit of this. In fact, I'll play the first page of it. And this one goes. This one is a little bit. It's got some tricky parts in it, but I would say that it's a little bit easier to play than the Lalo. But sometimes people really get excited about the Lalo because it's so romantic. Anyway, here is the Saint-Saëns, and I've got a couple of students working on this piece, and I find it pretty fun. It sounds like terror at the beginning. Ready? And 1. Dropped my bow. That would be a big problem on. And then I'm going to play the last C. Then we've got 8 measures of rest where the cellist just gets to kind of sit out. And then we play through here. Here's this B. Then we get into a sort of a second theme. Okay, so those of you who are interested in that, that's also available on, and I recommend buying a hard copy online through Sheet Music Plus or J.W. Pepper. But in the meantime, you might find yourself like looking for things to play or inspirational things to play. And so that is the Saint-Saëns Cello Concerto in a nutshell, the first movement. Hey, we'll see you tomorrow. We'll do some other things. Think about some questions, write them down. I want to hear all the things you're thinking about with cello. And tomorrow we'll do a little bit of pop music. All right? Take care, everybody. Bye.